Okay guys, welcome back. Mossy5734. We're carrying on, winding down on our rare Kyosho Mini Z unboxings. Getting to the end now guys, and have I saved the best to last? Well, that's a matter of opinion, but what I have got here is pretty rare guys. So this is the Formula 1 that's totally kind of kitted out. I've never come across one as kitted out as this before, and to say they're not cheap, but I managed to get a really good deal. Anyhow, before I show you that one guys, I wanted to show you my motor racer. I know it's not a Mini Z, but I've got two of these and I'm gonna unbox them, but I'm not gonna do it here because this video is gonna become too long. But yeah, what I would have liked if they were the same scale as Mini Zs, it would have been absolutely awesome, but they're not. I think they're 1/18 scale, so because of that, they don't really fit that well when you film them together. This looks a lot bigger than it would do in real life compared to a car. So yep, so that's the bike there. The gyro in this, guys, when it kicks, when you kick it off, yeah, it's crazy. It really is. I want to show you in the unboxing, right? And when you fire this baby up, the gyro inside the rear wheel just really starts to kick, man. But controlling this little bad boy is another story. So they're not as easy to control. Alright, so it comes with a remote and all them little bits and bobs. But I'm not going to do it here guys, it's just going to become too long. So look out for an unboxing. There's this one, which is the Petronas version. And there's the blue one, which I can't remember what that is, but yeah. So, you're going to see them little bad boys coming up in future vids guys. So stay tuned for that. Right, let me show you this rare F1. Okay, comes with its own little atomic box. Alright, I didn't even know these things existed, but this is supposedly what racers use to put their cars in. Okay, and it's got like cushioning and stuff, and it's got a magnetic little flap. It's made out of wood, I mean, so made out of the cardboard, but it's like a sturdy cardboard. So the opening slot's here. I think it's magnetic because it just pulls together, right? And here we are. And this is the most kitted out Formula F1 car I've ever seen. It's got the Ferrari body kit, decals, which I'm not really a massive fan of. I think it's probably the worst out of the F1 decals body kits. But this has got a whole heap of specs, and we'll have a wee look at it. Okay, so them wheels are BBS alloy wheels. This has been customized a little bit to fit the kit. So that front end is all carbon fiber, not budget, I mean real carbon fiber guys. Mantis works with a company that made carbon fiber parts for these, so you can see there as well. On your suspension there, on your T, you've got the carbon fiber there as well. You've got it as your rear spoiler, and that looks like an upgraded motor as well. So there's a whole heap of stuff on here. It's got ceramic bearings, it's got an upgraded motor. We're going to go through it all. We'll go through it all guys, but yeah. So, and it's got a bit of a funky way to take the battery case off. You've got to take these screws off here to get to it. But let me just pull the actual body off and we'll have a look. Pull the sides out. Body comes off. There we go. Alright guys. So again, it's a 2.4 gigahertz system, and these little bad boys on their own without any upgrades, you're talking £200 to £300 pre-owned, right? That's pre-owned, and one with all this kit, and this is the Mark II Mantis Works carbon fiber kit. This is supposed to be highly sought after. This is the dog's bits. That's what everybody kind of wants to put on there. So you've got the alloy motor mount and ball diff and So yeah, so I always want the 2.4 gigahertz ones for my race vids because I didn't want the dorky aerial sticking out. But they were just too expensive, man. And I planned on fitting my own little circuit board in, soldering on in, but then these bad boys popped up and I was like, whoa. But they're handled beautifully, guys. They just glide along. So, okay, check out this little bad boy on the display stand, guys. And there's, well, I don't know how much, I don't know how much more is to come. Yeah, I love them wheels, beautiful. But yeah, so there won't be too many videos left. But that's beautiful. That's definitely the most kitted out F1 I've ever seen in my entire life. All the time been getting Mini Zs. Stunning. I like the Jordan colour scheme though. I like the yellow. I might just swap it out, you know. Might have to cut little bits and bobs because, as you can see here, it's a different setup compared to the other F1. So have a look. Oh, they've got all over knuckles and everything. Right, okay, so yeah, that's how they normally fit in, and you can see that's been cut to make room for a thicker. I'm not sure there's a steering tyre. I'm not sure what that is. So the body's been altered a little bit to fit stuff on. In the rear as well, you can see these back panel bits have been cut off on here to get the kit to fit. So if I was to change out the body, it'd be a case of cutting bits off and customizing it to be able to fit this car. But yeah, that is a little beauty, guys. And I know for a fact, I mean, there's good weight to that. Good weight. And this thing will handle like it's on rails. As long as the tyre that's slipping out, and this special spray you can do in your tyres if your floor's dusty, whatever. But that, you know, it will glide along. Both of them haven't taken too much damage because the fronts aren't mashed up. And if that carbon fibre is going to hold up, awesome. And people have fitted boost lights to theirs, so when they put the brake on, there's a boost light that comes on the back. Don't know if I'm going to be doing that, but yeah. Need to get that back in. Right, so, okay guys, check this little bad boy out on the display stand. I might put the bike on the display stand as well, just so you get to have a bit of a look at it. So yeah, so that's how long carbon fibre parts are. And they are part of the steering. They're not functional in that way, but I think they're there to help the steering, make it more rigid. Could be wrong. But yeah, it's got alloy knuckles, it looks like C-hubs. That's quite intricate, that front splitter. A lot going on. Okay, right, let's move on. I think just the wheels alone, right guys, because I've looked into getting these wheels because I wanted to use these wheels on the Scalex Tricks fly trucks that I'm going to convert, and the wheels themselves, normal stock wheels, aren't cheap. You're looking with tyres to go £20–30, but the BBS ones that are in alloy, that's some bread and butter there, man. They're not cheap. So I was pretty fortunate to get a good pack. I'm very grateful for that. Okay, right, check it out on the stand. Enough of me rambling on, guys. And I don't know if the next vid's going to be the last one on this series, but there'll be loads more projects to come, guys. So don't lose heart, don't despair. There's plenty more on this channel, so if you're not subscribed, get subscribed, get notified, get mossified, and be ready. Okay guys, here's something you don't see every day. This is the most kitted out Formula 1 car I've ever come across. Definitely that I've got and that I've seen. So yep, this has got carbon fibre parts on the front splitter. It's got it on the rear wing as well. And this is the version 2 of the Work Mantis carbon fibre parts. But we'll talk about that in a minute, guys. So yep, so this is the Ferrari F10. This one is the number 5 version, okay guys. So obviously it's made by Ferrari, it's a model F10. The livery is a 2010 FIA Formula 1 World Championships. I'm not sure if Fernando Alonso drove this one. His was the number 8. I'm not really sure, guys. I'm not really like a Grand Prix X buff, so. And this was first made by Kyosho in February 2012. It kind of has become rare, guys, especially the 2.4 gigahertz versions. You don't really come across them at all. I haven't seen any. And if you do see them, guys, wow, people want money for them. I mean, the normal versions are fetching, they're fetching £300, £400. You know, it's pretty rare you see them at £200. But the 2.4 gigahertz versions, without upgrades, without a transmitter, are coming in at £200 plus. So something like this is a rarity, and just the parts on this would outweigh buying the car. So it's definitely a no-brainer for me, guys, to get something like this. So it's got 182mm wheelbase. The chassis type is the MF010 formula. Offsets, they're all the same. So there isn't an offset on these because the Formula 1 F1 car wheels are all the same. So they never state it because it doesn't change. So these wheels are the MFH5 4S versions, which are aluminium, and they're the BBS Type Silver 7-sport wheels. Them wheels would be expensive, guys, because normal wheels are about £15, £20, but having the aluminium ones, that's some pretty pennies there. Okay. And there's not too many stats on the actual car, guys. More information on the people that were racing for the team, but it's definitely a classic out of the cars. Obviously it's well known for its distinctive aerodynamic shape, and it's got the famous F-duct. The front brake disc cooler is specific to this model and is glued to the regular MFH05S wheel. I'm going to tell you about the upgrades on this particular one, guys. I'll just give you a bit of a backstory on this car, and then we'll move on. So the Ferrari F10 was a Formula 1 motor racing car built by Scuderia Ferrari Marlboro to compete in the 2010 Formula 1 season. It was unveiled in Maranello on the 28th of January 2010, and on the 20th of February, Fernando Alonso declared that the F10 was the best car he'd ever driven, and that its true pace was being hidden for its rivals. So this was like the undercover takeover in Formula 1. So there was a lot of engineering that got into this car that was beyond its time, and obviously it's your advantage, isn't it, guys, if the other racers aren't aware of some of the upgrades and improvements, innovations that you've made to your car. There's a lot of information about racing in the, I don't know if you're interested in that, guys, but you know, it competed in the Malaysian Grand Prix, Australian one, Bahrain. So it's done all the main circuits. They'd had some issues spinning out, some issues with the downshifting, but it seems that their races were hardy because they climbed their way back up the field and finished in the top 5. So the F-duct system was introduced in the car for Spain, and it's an aerodynamic aid which causes the rear wing to enter a stalled state at high speed, reducing aerodynamic drag and increasing straight line speed. And like the systems on the MP4 225, the F10 uses a pad on the driver's left hand to block the airflow. At the European Grand Prix, Ferrari introduced the blown diffuser, a concept first introduced by the Red Bull racing team. Well, Ferrari repositioned the exhaust between the rear upper and lower wishbones, beefed up the bodywork and rear upper and lower wishbone assemblies to handle the temperatures, and repositioned the rear brake ducts. So yeah, whole heaps, guys. German Grand Prix, Bridgestone announced the intentions to increase the difference between its tyre compounds, meaning that teams have to deal with the extremes in rubber compounds. At the Belgian Grand Prix, Ferrari introduced an improved double diffuser layout, and the Red Bull Racing inspired rear wing on the Felipe Massa's car. So yeah, we could go through this, guys. In the Italian Grand Prix, the low downforce package is where it kicked in. They made some minor changes as well to the car. I'm not going to go through all this, guys, but I'll tell you the specs of this car because I can't find the specs of the original racer. So on this Mini Z, as I say, guys, the performance parts are much more, they're probably worth more than the car even, and that's when you know you're getting a good deal. So the body in this has kind of been adjusted to fit the carbon parts, and this did come with an atomic racing carry box, which I showed you earlier on, guys, which is pretty cool. The upgrades on this, guys, it's got a carbon Mantis work body kit, and that's including a rear wing, carbon T-plate, battery cover, front wing and top arms. And the Mantis Works was a company that made custom carbon parts, and the set in this chassis is a second version and it's kind of more sought after. So I'd never come across that before. So yep, there's a whole heap of carbon fibre parts that are on there. It's also got a PN Racing aluminium F1 motor mount, ceramic diffs, PN Racing 7010 motor, aluminium BBS licensed rims, red aluminium wheel nuts, Kyosho dampener spring, aluminium tow bar, aluminium wheel knuckles, rubber racing tyres, ceramic wheel bearings, and that baby's smooth. It actually runs really smooth, guys. So yeah, pretty cool upgrades on that little bad boy, guys. And it handles really nice. Really nice. You can just feel the smoothness when you push it. It definitely does. And just generally, if you look at videos where people are driving the F1 Mini Zs, they're like on rails, man. They've got some beautiful characteristics as they take corners, hug the ground. It's just like the real thing, man. Kyosho's really painstakingly recreated these cars to perform like the originals, guys, in every kind of aspect. Anyhow, plenty more madness to come. Get subscribed, notified, guys. You do not want to miss out on some of the crazy stuff that's about to come up. Okay, guys, Mossy5734.